All right. We are back. And the first thing on the agenda is to catch our first of 2 shiny Jigglypuffs. I have my timer ready to go. And last time I was kind of slowly coming to the realization that I may have picked a target that was a little bit too long of a wait. But that's okay because I can make use of that time doing other things, such as finding one more shiny Jigglypuff spread. I've already found the other 2 Nidoran. What's going on, Bigness? Hey, Bravely Horizon. So I came very close many times this morning. So let's see if I can finally just kind of nail it right now. I don't think I need to adjust the time at all. So let's see what happens. I had to guess that seed was probably early, but we'll see. Get this over here. I need a mint. All right, so yeah, this is a very long wait. I kind of felt like I needed to go with a reasonably close Jigglypuff spread because they're only a 10% encounter. I'm now recognizing that it may just be best to search a little bit longer, even if I have to go through a bunch more seeds. So that's what I'll do when looking for the next Jigglypuff. And actually, I think I'll go ahead and start plugging in more seeds. Try to find one that's close by. All right, let's go back up here. I had to guess, which I'm usually wrong about. I was probably early on the seed here. And I suspect I was, because I think this little Pidgey here appears when I'm early. But I'll check and see just to make sure. Quiet, I've hit you before, pretty sure. And that's 3 seeds early, jeez. Well, never mind. I am coming back from my break all out of sorts. Glad I checked. Thank you, Amino. Appreciate it. It was originally, I don't know where I got the first iteration of it. I definitely didn't create it 100% from scratch. It's a repurposed spreadsheet from somebody else. but I can't tell you where it came from. I definitely made a lot of changes, and I added all the Gen 9 entries as well. So I put quite a bit of work into it. But yeah, I'd say it came together pretty well overall. All right, let's go back to looking for this last Jigglypuff spread. As soon as I have it, I'll have all my seeds mapped out, and I can just knock these guys out one by one. That's definitely a goal for today, is to finish the Nidoran female line and get the 2 Jigglypuffs, which I think we can definitely get if I'm on it, and if I take care of this Jigglypuff right here, because it's extra long compared to the others in terms of wait time. It felt a little weird. Nothing but birds, huh? Just birds. No jigglies around these parts. Definitely hit you before. Starting to get familiar with all the spreads surrounding my target. Alright, this is 1 seed early and 1 frame late. So I was right about that. It felt late on the frame. Don't know why I'm skewing early all of a sudden. I thought I had it dialed in. Might need to calibrate. Well, I'll tell you one thing, that was not early. I'm almost certain that wasn't early. So that could be on. We'll hope it was. I will take a Jigglypuff, you know, up to like 3,000 maybe? Alright, maybe 4,000. 4,000 frames away, I'll take it. And you can hold me to that. Oh, never mind. We have 1,400. Perfect, perfect. Alright, where's that going? Put it down here. Alright, so now I have all my seeds mapped out for my next 4 targets once I get this Jigglypuff. What else can I do in the meantime? I'll let this one play out first here. That felt a little bit early. I swear, if If I was one early... If I was on seed one early, I will do nothing at all. And that's a promise. Adamant. I was still one seed early. And the frame was one frame early. But that would have been on if I was on. Okay, so definitely calibrating the seed now. Can't be having that. And... yeah. So yeah, if that was one seed early, we are definitely calibrating. And knowing my luck, that one will be one frame late now. But we'll see. Now that I have the last 4 targets mapped out for this route, I really don't have anything else to look into. I guess I could check out Mount Moon's encounters and kind of see... I could even map those out too, while I'm waiting. This is a rare opportunity to just kind of scope out everything. And in that case, I would have 6 encounters. 2 Zubat, 1 male, 1 female, 1 Geodude, 1 Paris, and 2 Clefairy. I did not realize... Wait, hold on. Yeah, because Clefairy is 1% at the top floor of the cave, but it comes up to 6%, which is still not great down there. So that's going to be a tough one to find, especially 2 of them shiny on a close-by seed. But the other 5 should be fine. So yeah, I'll definitely, if I don't get this Jigglypuff soon, I can definitely spend some time looking into these encounters here, seeing what spreads I have up for grabs. That A press felt good. If I was on seed, you gonna give it to me? Nope, you are not gonna give it to me. Figures. I do think generally it's worth it to kind of check all these, since each attempt takes so much time. I want to be as precise as possible. Okay. No results. Did I get a special encounter here? I did. Looks like I was still 1 seed early. You are correct. It is its own version of hell. Yeah, I was still 1 seed early, which is kind of insane. So I'm going to calibrate again for the seed. I don't know what is going on, but my seed calibration has been all over the place today. surely this next time I will not be early on the seed. I will even be kind of happy with late. But please don't let it be early again. I don't know if my heart can take it. It's too much. Simply too much. Thank you for the props. I will take all of the props. And all of the other things. All right, so that was 100%. I mean, there's no shot that that was early. Could have been late, but it was not early. Well, congratulations on your day off. That's why I'm streaming earlier as well, because I have the day off. What drove me to do this? Well, I've gone into before my kind of personal tendency to want to perfect things. You know, when I play games, I want to do it to the fullest, get everything, complete every objective, all that stuff. So that's generally how I approach video games, whatever it is. And with Pokemon, it's kind of hard to say what that even means, you know, like to 100% Pokemon. There's a bunch of different ways you can interpret that. But my interpretation was to not only get a living dex, but one that is also reflective of the different generations and organized in a specific way. Because obviously, I can get tons of Kanto Pokemon outside of the Kanto region and in different generations as well. But I thought, well, might be fun to just try to get them from their origin point. And you could make the argument that red, blue, yellow is the technical origin, but there was a hard generation cutoff between 2 and 3. And so in terms of transferability, I consider Gen 3 to be the earliest. The virtual consoles are kind of their own situation. It's kind of a gray area where you would put them in the generation hierarchy. But that's a long and short of it, really. I just have a compulsion, you could say, a drive to complete things in video games. Son of a bitch, you suck. I don't know if I hit you very much, though. You're a different Spearow than normal. And I generally, you know, am no stranger to the long grind. Whether it's like a shiny hunt or just a really extended project that takes a bunch of time, I can usually sit with it for a while. I was 2 frames late on the seed, which is kind of ridiculous. But I wasn't early. I was not early. So that is progress. I mean, in my head, it's progress. The unofficial software, I don't know. Personally, I just feel like you have to add a lot of data to get Gen 2 Pokemon to Gen 3 or vice versa, or Gen 1. And while the official Pokétransporter does that from the virtual consoles, I do kind of consider it like its own thing. You know, like the virtual console, if you transfer them over to the modern games, they're still kind of like distinct, like special. The chain of transfer is still kind of broken there. So I don't know. I think in both cases, I would just consider them to be separate in some form. I was kind of talking about this yesterday a little bit, in terms of like, there's kind of no end to how you can play Pokemon, or no end to the different options that you have. Certainly, I would say in terms of like catching a comprehensive living dex with all the Mons in it, this challenge would satisfy that itch. You know, it would scratch that itch for me. But in terms of like just stopping playing altogether, absolutely not. There's still plenty of crazy things that I am doing and will do and will probably do in the Pokemon games, even after completing a full living dex, because there's still, outside of even just catching things, there's still cool things that you can do in terms of battling, in terms of glitching, certain types of playthroughs. I mean, it's really never ending if you think about it. And personally, I also like really enjoy hunting for very niche and rare Pokemon as well, like ones that are either super convoluted to even find or to even hunt for. That's kind of my jam. And something that wouldn't fall into like a general living dex, you know, they're kind of just their own thing. So it really never ends. Oh my god. Get the hell out of here. You are different though, so I do need to check you. I don't know what you are. If this is on seed and 1 frame late, I mean, it definitely could be. Notice that my patience today has been a little bit thinner than normal. Wonder why that is. Maybe I'm just not that good today either. That was 2 seeds late. What is going on? 2 seeds late and on frame. So now seems I've overcorrected on the seed. Even though I really feel like my button presses earlier were on point. So I'll have to finagle this a little bit. If I end up being 1 frame late after an adjustment here, probably have to stick with that. Oh, you mean just to kind of like generally automate the process? Absolutely. It would be much faster. But can I build a robot? Probably not. And do I want to? Also probably not. Oh, hold on. I want to do that again. I want to try that one more time with the correct button mash. And we'll really see if I can get this locked in here. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of ways that I could automate this, but at that point, I feel like I wouldn't be the one catching them. It would just be, you know, the game playing itself out, which I don't really want to do that way. I want to actually catch these, you know? Oh, I do need to make sure that I pause the game almost immediately because that NPC down there could move and cause a PRNG advance that would throw me off. It would make me most likely late. So it's one of the considerations there. All right, well, I could go ahead and start mapping out my encounters for Mount Moon. Wouldn't be the worst use of my time. May not even get to them today, but there's a decent chance I will. So why don't we just continue from the seed list here and figure this out. Can you just like... Can I click you, please? There we go. Alright, so Mount Moon... I mean, is basement floor... Is it just worth my while to be on basement floor regardless? That probably will change the rates, won't it? Yeah, Zubat is a 50. I could probably switch between them just to double check the encounter slots. Might give me a little more variety. Yeah, generally I want to be on the basement floor too. Okay. Good to know. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You stupid bird. Really starting to get a grudge against all birds, but especially this bird. I was, of course, one seed early. Of course I was. I appreciate the well wishes. Seems like I will need some luck here, because my seeds have been all over the place, even though right before I broke for today, earlier I hit the right seed 3 times in a row and was 1 frame early, I think, or 1 frame late. Yeah, me being very expressive has never been something anyone's told me. Alright, that could have been my seed, but who the hell knows? Who knows? I've given up entirely on trying to find a way to do that. Anyway, so I will start with Mount Moon Basement. Probably prioritize the Paris and Clefairy encounters, since they're the rarest. And that's a Zubat. Yeah, that's all Zubat, and that's a Paris. What PID is this? Is that the same one as the... Hold on. Is that the same? It might not be. Yeah, that's the same. If I switch this to... Yeah, those are the same PIDs. Don't want any repeats. There is a Clefairy at 6,000. That's about the same as this Jigglypuff, and we can see how that's going, so I probably won't go for that. I swear to God. I hate these damn birds. I just need to hit this damn seed. I feel like every attempt so far has been off base. Okay, I was on seed, and I was 1 frame late. So that's what's going on. I've been off by 1 frame many times already, but that one Sucks. I don't really know what it would take for me to snap, honestly. It would have to be something pretty bad. I don't know. I came pretty close to my breaking point when I was trying to catch Mewtwo in Fire Red. I was like, you know, the odds of catching it in a Pokeball with like paralyzed half health. I was supposed to get it, you know, likely within like 200 balls. I had a pretty decent chance. And it took like over 400, like double. So that was brutal. Yeah, you know, it's tough. Human beings were never meant to have 16 millisecond precision. They just weren't. I did find a Clefairy that is 4,700 away, which isn't awful, but I will just keep that in my back pocket just in case. Yeah, it definitely felt masochistic at the time. And boy, you just wait till I catch it in a Pokeball Shiny. Because I will likely have to RNG it multiple times, because I'm probably not catching it in the first encounter. Alright, I found a Zubat there. Just changing the floor matter. No, that's still Zubat. Okay. Finally! It's about damn time. Also, you are very low level. So I don't even think I should weaken you with Spearow. Let's go Bulba. Did not realize how weak you were. And surely one tackle will not kill you. Yeah, there you go. Not even with a crit. That's perfect, actually. Wait, what? Oh, it has a berry. I was like, how the hell? Alright, we're just gonna sit with it for a second. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm definitely not accidentally killing this. Now, I know that's kind of setting myself to be hella jinxed, but... I wonder if you know any moves other than Sing. You might not, because you're so low level. Also, fucking hell, missing tackle every other time. It's 95% accuracy, okay? 95. Does anyone know the meaning of that? That number, 95%? Yes, yes. You just keep singing. Wouldn't it be crazy if it ran out of Sing and started struggling and then died? That would be crazy. Oh, wait. It is using struggle. Holy shit. Wait. Wait, Ivysaur, wake up. Come on. Dude. Alright, hold on. Wait. You can hit one sleep powder, Ivysaur. Okay. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I can't keep up with this game. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. That was a little nerve-wracking, but we're okay. All right, Jiggly. Puff. Jiggly is puffed. All right, let's get the hell out of here for a second. Right, yeah. We all know how Venusaur and Fire Red came up short. So this one has a chance for redemption. Not off to a great start. I mean, it was coming in clutch during some of those battles, but... Ladies and gentlemen, the puff is jiggled. Alright, so now we just have 3 Nidoran females and 1 more Jigglypuff, and I got them all set up because I had extra time there. I searched for all their spreads, so I just need to plug them in here. Let's start with this first seed. That goes here. And we have... Oh, we're on Mount Moon right now. We need Route 3, which is out of order. And we have Nidoran female at 1200, which is so much better. So much better than... What was it? 6,000 we were just trying to get? I'm not doing that again, not unless I need to. That was way too long of a wait. Unacceptable. All right, you are Quarky, 27,322. $19.26.7. There you are. Stereo L and R, seed button A held none. Target 1200, not 6,000. Thank you very much. And I'll save again, because why not? Why not do that? So now, we don't have to wait a million years per attempt. We can roll right through these, and with everything that I learned with this seed so far, I'm going to say I have a little bit better handle on it now, so maybe, just maybe, it won't take me 20 tries. In fact, I could get it now. I could get this thing first try. Certainly possible. Then again, I did have to calibrate the frames because it was a later target. So my guess is I would probably end up being early on this A-press. But we'll see. Yeah, I'd say that's the gold standard of A-presses right there, so whatever I'm landing on should be good. And it's you, of course it's you. You stupid bird, you. I was one seed late, which doesn't surprise me. And it looks like I was also 1 frame early, which also doesn't surprise me. I may actually go ahead and calibrate on that now. Wait, hold on. 1 frame... No, actually I shouldn't calibrate. Because if I was on seed, I'd probably been on frame there. So never mind. Forget everything I said. I'm sure that one was early, but we will see. Damn bird. Was it level 6 male? Last time it was. Let me just check if this is the same nature. If it is, then I hit 1 seed late, 1 frame early. Yes, this is the same one. Also, now that I think about it, 1 late, I do want to calibrate this because... Yeah, I just do. So I'm going to say... What did I go back to last time? I'm going to go 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I want. Swear to God. If this is the same Spearow, how the hell did I hit the same Spearow when I calibrated the frame like I did? It, I think it's the same one. That's ridiculous. Sticky frames. It's true. That was probably early. We'll give it a shot. Damn birds. All right. Let's try again. Okay. All right. I'll check who you are. Fine. Who are you, you stupid bird? All right. Filter encounter, please. Thank you. And it looks like I was a seed late and a frame late. Meaning, if I was a seed earlier, I would have likely been a frame earlier and would have gotten my shiny. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I was also probably late on the seed, but we'll give it a good college try. Yep. Oh, I didn't hold the button. That's kind of an issue. I do think that is one thing that makes this so difficult to be consistent about, is when I'm pressing the button for the seed, I have to hold it down until I get to that file select. And I don't have to do that for any other button input like that. It's just that one. So sometimes it's hard for me to understand the feeling compared to like a typical button press. The only alternative would be, I guess I could just hold the button every time I do a precise input like that, but I don't know. I will be curious if this is late or on target. Oh my god. I hate you. I hate you and all birds like you. It's true. Be serious, all right. Yeah, I was one seed late again on frame. So I think I'm going to calibrate. Yeah, I said it. You want to pass this on to the bird lobby? Go right ahead. Oh, I'm sure, Shargo. And yeah, there's just something different about the feeling. It's harder to kind of get a sense for the accuracy of the input. I don't know. That one still probably was late too, if I'm honest. If I'm being honest with you. Damn. That was the one group I failed to consider before making hurtful comments. Okay, now I was one seed early, of course, and I was one frame late. Also, of course. At least no burb, yes. At least. And still, I continue to dance around this seed. Stay tuned for the fully dedicated apology video. Although I'm definitely not going to be in any mood to apologize until I'm out of this route. So I'm far away from here. All right. That one felt good. Oh my god. Do I want to dig a deeper hole with the bird community? Do I dare speak my feelings at this moment? I was... no, I was probably I was one seed late. One seed late, one frame late. Because I'm just really not allowed to hit my seed. Damn it. One early, one late, too early, too late. I can't calibrate because I'm swinging all over the place. That was definitely late. I'm just going to say it. I already knew it. All right, that one felt good. I'm going to say it. I will declare that I hit the frame this time. Are you kidding me? That one felt solid. Come on. Come on! That one was good. Me trying to talk the game into being something it isn't right now. On seed. 2 frames late. What? Well, I was least on seed. It is what it is. Yeah, that's great advice, Shargo. Thank you. Excellent advice. Jigglypuff. Yes, yes, it was not a bird. We're grateful for that. Jeez. All right. Wait. I don't even want to check. Don't know if that did anything. All right, what did I hit 2 times in a row? Can you please tell me? One seed early and 4 frames late. What the hell? I guess it is because it's wild 4. A slightly different method, but still. Couldn't be that off. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was me going into the Pokédex that did something. I bet it advances a certain number of frames or something. Probably why. Yeah. I'm going to say that's what's up. Yeah, I would say that it's probably sticky for mechanical reasons, not for Or execution reasons, not for anything mechanical. And I didn't hold the button. Of course, I did not do that. I don't know why my layout is glitching right now. It's annoying me. It has been a hard-fought battle today, Jesus Christ. Every single one of these Pokemon, aside from the first Caterpie I got today, and the Spearow I got on this route, everything else has been just fighting. Fighting hard. Don't really know what to do about it, except carry on. Yep, one late, as I suspected. And one frame early, did not suspect that. It is all out of whack. I guess I won't know what's going on until I actually land on my seed. We're stopping this for just a second. I think you're working now. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, that felt solid. Come on. Yes! Yes! Finally. All right, we finally broke the ice on that one. Thank goodness. I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to be extra thorough. Make sure you're asleep first. Yes, everyone praise Helix. Praise Helix and Arceus and every other Pokédeity that you can think of. All right, let's Tuck you away here. Don't get hyped just yet. We still got ways to go here. Alright, so the first Nidoran female is done. We need 2 more, and then we'll do the last Jigglypuff. And based on the spreads that I farmed earlier, the next one, let me delete that. The next one is going to be on this seed, which is 1900, so slightly longer, but still nothing major. So we'll plug that into the 10 lines and go from there. And hopefully, we are going to have much more consistent timing and get it much faster than the first. In fact, we're not even hoping for that. We're going to say definitively that will happen. $17, $16, $1. This has wild stats. Alright, let's try the first one here. 1992, is that the one we're looking for? We're looking for 1904. So it's the second one. That's the one. Stereo LNRC button. No extra button though. Yeah, this one. You go here. You go there. And let's get this show on the road. Oh, did you, Shargo? You heard something about that. Well, I don't know where you heard that, to be honest. Doesn't seem like something I'd say. I don't know, maybe you might hear it if I land this one here. Monkey? I actually feel like I was early on that seed and that's why I didn't hit it. I would suspect. So I'll wait for a good solid try before I check. Gary can get a whole lot more than shoes when we're done here. That one felt a little better. All right. All right, bird. I will check you. Sure is a hardy bird. One seed early still. That does surprise me. I could have also been 3 frames late. That's kind of weird. 3 frames. Or 5 early, but... no, that might need to be calibrated. I'll have to see. Alright, that felt solid. Yeah, I guess. It's not that big of a difference from the last one, but... oh well. Truthfully, I don't really know what the game is doing. But let's see. If I'm actually going to check these, I can figure out a little bit of what's going on. On seed and 3 late. Yeah, I was 3 late. Both times. That's so weird. The difference is not very much. But that's what it's telling me. So I gotta calibrate, I guess. So I would have been on otherwise. Would have had my shiny. I felt like that seed was off, so let's just forget that happened. Oh, you bird, you. You bird. One seed early and on frame. Now that could have been all kinds of something. That could have been early, that could have been late. It was most likely late. Unless I was on seed. That sure would be nice. Oh my god. You stupid bird. You are different than the last one I just hit, so that's why I'm checking you. One seed late, one frame early. Truly dancing around it in every sense of the word. No, we don't need to mess with you. Let this be the one. Thank you. I knew that one felt right. Finally is right. We didn't even spend too much time on it, really. Ivysaur. What is the accuracy of this move? Isn't it like 75 or something? Now I need one more Nidoran, one more Jigglypuff. Both of which should be pretty close still. Alright, so first things first, add this guy to the total. And now we will pull up our final Nidoran. Uh-oh, hold on. I just deleted the seed. How do I get that back? Is there an undo button? Oh, crap. There's no undo? Yep, there's undo. There we go. Almost lost it there. That's okay. Alright. So. This is our next Nidoran. This one right here. Not this Pidgey. This one. You are a Rash, 301830. $30, $18, $14. Wait, hold on. 30, 18, 30, 18. Or no, it's 0 first. Silly me. Then it's 30, 8, 18, 30, 18. No. And lines don't do this to me. No. Reset the web page for no reason. Okay, you got that. Stereo, LR, C button, extra none. We are now in the 4000s in terms of milliseconds. But it really doesn't matter at all. So this will be our final shiny Nidoran female. It'll actually be our final Nidoran period. Out of all the Nidos, the final Nido. Since we have the entire line of shiny male Nidoran in Fire Red. Might have been late on this one. Yeah, let's try again. When we hit one where I feel I'm pretty confident and it's not it, then I'll check. All right, that one felt solid. What do we have? A Jigglypuff. A Jigglypuff. Oh, is this Jigglypuff holding a Moonstone? Can they hold those? That would actually be pretty clutch. What have I done? Oh yeah, it's probably an Oranberry. Yeah, because that other one had one. 18... What is going on here? Alright, hold on. Filter and all wild methods. Okay, now this makes more sense. 1 seed early and 3 frames late? Why the hell? Now I'm like skewing 3 frames again. What is going on? Yeah, since this morning, yeah, you've missed quite a few. I haven't been in quite as much of a rut with some of those bugs, but it's still been tough. It's been tough to get through some of these. So I'm going to go ahead and preemptively calibrate here. If I push that up, that's 1865. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's what's going on. So that when I hit my seed, I have the best chance. Right, well, we wouldn't want you to lose too much focus. You got official, important business to attend to. Oh no, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad you're free from all of that now. Mankey? Monkey? Alright, I feel like maybe I shouldn't have done that correction there. Because that was method 4, and method 4 is funky. Well, let's see what's going on with this guy. One seed late and one frame early. Okay, actually, no, I was... Well... Actually, I don't know anymore. I have no idea. I just need to hit my seed. I need to hit my seed. Then I'll know what's going on. Just seems like the vast majority of times I cannot hit my target seed. For some reason. Alright, come on. Come on. Hell yes. That one felt perfect, and it was perfect. Hell yes. That means no more Nidos, ever. I'm fully done with Nidos. Nope, don't want to do that yet. And of course, the traditional sleep powder miss first turn. We can't forget that. Yes, we're almost free from Route 3. Almost. And we've caught every Pokemon first ball, which is nice. Because that means we have a good backlog here. All right, this is the last encounter of the route before Mount Moon. And it will be another Jigglypuff. But before we do that, add it to the counter and add it to the spreadsheet. And you know what's funny? I actually do need 3 regular Nidoran female as well, so I probably will catch those 2 before I leave. But I'll go ahead and deal with Jigglypuff first, the shiny Jigglypuff, before we move to the more casual elements. So I'm pretty sure this is the one that we're looking for. The seed right here. And yes, it's a Jigglypuff at 1400, which is excellent. Excellent, excellent. You are quiet, 6127. $29.20. This is our guy. And with this being a level 5, let's go ahead and have Bulbasaur be the one to take it down. Don't want Spearow getting a crit or anything. So we won't technically be free from the route after this. We'll just need to randomly encounter 3 more Nidoran female, but I mean, that's not too bad, right? Edgy. On seed, apparently, 1 frame late. Apparently. Yep. That does surprise me, though, because I feel like that button press was very on point. Yes, if only some of that shiny energy could just translate all the way back to this Generation 3 game. It was probably late. Uh-oh. Well, we know that opening the Pokédex adds some delay, at least that's my theory, so let's not do that. Understandable. I feel the exact same way about shiny Shinx in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Playing through that game many, many times, I've run into so many shiny Shinx. And of the line as well. Plenty of shiny Luxio in addition to that. It's so simple. Just make my favorite Pokemon shiny, not a useless one. As I suspected, 1C late and 3 frames early. Now, I was late the last attempt. And that doesn't make any sense at all. If I bring that back, that'd be 418. There'd be a difference of... Okay, well... Yeah, let's just say I hit 1419. Let's just say I did. Even though I didn't really. Let's just say I did. All right, I will check out who you are. Because I don't really know if I should have calibrated just a moment ago, but... And do you exist? Yes or no? You do. I was on seed, and I was 4 late. According to method 4, though, but method 4 lies to you. So I cannot trust method 4. I'm going to have to not calibrate on that. Alright, who the hell are you? I have a feeling that I'm on seed, but my frames are a little off. I was 1 seed late. And... yeah, 1 seed late. 3 advances late. Yeah, I have to, let's put that back where it belongs, shall we? I shouldn't have calibrated earlier. It was silly. It was silly of me to do that. But I've now learned my lesson. I will not prematurely calibrate. At least not for the next 20 minutes, let's say. Nah, that was late. 100%. 100% certain. Now that one could be late, but I'm not sure. Hero, I swear to God. I was on seed and I was 2 frames late. Really? Well, that's what I'll put in here. Okay. This could be it. Could be off, though. Yes! And just like that, the final shiny of Route 3 has been obtained. Or, oh, shite. Don't want to see any crits in this situation. Thank you. Don't crit. Thank you. Very polite Bulbasaur. Freedom indeed. At least of a certain kind. Because I do... of course, yes, also the customary first miss of the sleep powder. Thank you, Ivysaur, for following tradition. No, please, sorry. No, actually, the customary second miss of sleep powder. Excuse me, no, actually, the third consecutive sleep powder miss. Customarily speaking, of course. This is tradition. We do this every time, actually. And we also fall asleep ourselves because we deserve a break. We deserve a little rest during these times. And not only that, but we also stay asleep for a decent amount of time. And then only after all of that happens, then we put the Pokemon to sleep. Such is tradition. Such is how we do this whole thing. All right. We have no more shinies to catch before Mount Moon, but as I stated earlier, we do need to catch 3 Nidoran females. Just regular ones. So we will run through the grass and catch a few of those. They're a 14% encounter, so they're not the easiest thing to find, but they also shouldn't take forever to find. Shouldn't be too much longer, I would think. And the best way to go about that is probably to have Spearow in the front to weaken. And we'll treat them just like we have with the shinies. We'll save here. All right. Let's find some Nidoran. It'll finally be done. Once and for all. Oh, great. Kenai is actually a very clutch thing to have. Also, that's kind of ridiculous that I really can't escape Wild Pidgey. So we will instead lead with Ivysaur and put them to sleep first turn. That's probably maybe the best strat. Oh, I didn't even add to the total. That is 1 more down on our list, and Jigglypuffs, Jiggly done. Hello? You know what, since you're not that rare, I'm not gonna be super cautious with you. Well, actually, yeah, you'll still die to a tackle, so... No, I'll switch, It's fine. The only reason I would be cautious is I do want to conserve my Pokeballs. I barely have enough as it is. I just want to make sure that I get these below half health and then asleep. That is the best situation. And of course, the customary first sleep powder miss. How could you forget? And do I need Spearow to weaken? I think I can use Bulbasaur or something. It'll be fine. Let's just keep going here. Ooh, that does not do damage. Oh, that does damage. How long will this take? My best guess would be longer than a year, shorter than a decade. That's all I can really say for sure. Oh, the glory days. When I got Spearow in like 2 attempts. When I got that Caterpie this morning. Basically first try. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? Also, got you in there. One more Nidoran, and we are free of Route 3. Oh, you're referring to that pesky, terrible, awful thing that kept him appearing in my face. Like that one. And like that one. I absolutely am. In fact, when it comes to Shiny Deoxys, I'm going to need a regular and a shiny form for each of the different Deoxys forms. So that will be 8 in total. 8 Deoxys. 4 shiny, 4 not shiny. But yes, Mew is also included in that. As of right now, the only way to get Mew in the earliest game possible, as close to Kanto as possible, is to use the Emerald event. And that was only officially released in Japanese Emerald. So I will be getting that Mew from a copy of Japanese Emerald. So I will need to play through Japanese Emerald a couple times to get regular Mew and Shiny Mew. What I'm holding out hope for is that before I get to that point, they will release the event in some form on the Switch. So like, let's say they put Emerald on the Switch and then they have that event available. I would much rather do that, and then it would be in English, not in Japanese, so I would go ahead and make that compromise. Even though it's technically not from the earliest game possible, it's at least, you know, some kind of version of that. So I'm hoping that's what they do with Mew by the time I get there. I will probably finish with the entire Generation 3, though, before that even happens, depending on the timescale. We are done with all Nidos. All Nidos are complete. Now officially, no more Nidos ever. Unless I need to evolve them, which I will need to evolve all of the mid and final stages. But that's not... it's neither here nor there. All right. So... we've put in some work today, that's for damn sure. What I think I'll do here is... can I multi-select in this game? I can. Very good. You all are part of the Dex, but you are not shiny, so I'll just keep you kind of separate. Yeah, like down here. You two actually... you can kind of... be up there, you two kind of chill out here. And in terms of what I would need for Mount Moon to help with catching, Spearow is great for everything except Geodude. But Geodude, I don't really have anything good for Geodude either. Because like it resists everything, so I'll probably just kind of wing it when we get to that part. And I have 5 targets in Mount Moon that I need to get. 2 Zubat, a Geodude, Paris, actually 6 targets. And I only have 3 Pokeballs at present, with no money. So I will probably need to battle some trainers in order to get more. So that hopefully before I leave Mount Moon, I will have everything caught. And that's if I catch everything first ball, which so far I have, because I've been very careful getting everything down to the right HP and putting them to sleep. So we will see. I'm going to go ahead and end here for today and pick up Mount Moon. I will probably do a stream Sunday afternoon. The exact time, TBD. No, because I'm going to catch Crobat separately. And Crobat actually has 2 gender forms as well. So 2 Zubats for now, then 2 Crobat when I can catch them in the wild as well. That's going to be the most efficient and probably best way to approach it anyway. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. We are well on our way here. We are in Mount Moon, and I can probably knock out all of Mount Moon in one stream, hopefully. That's the plan. But if I run into any snags like I did today, then maybe not. But there's 6 targets, and, you know, with the right amount of focus and the right calibration, I think I'll be all right. So once again, thanks everybody for stopping by, and I will see you all hopefully Sunday. Feel free to stop by.